Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new to Corey's Nail Diary. We talk about books, nails, and everything in between. Welcome back to day 16 of Bookmas. Let's get right into it. For today's video, I am going to speak about something that I don't hear many people actually talk about, and that is Book of the Month worth it? Now, I will start out this video saying that I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by Book of the Month. I do have a referral link down below, but I am just a normal person. You are a normal person. I am not sponsored by them. I get the same thing that you get if someone signs up using your link. I wanted that to be out there. Disclaimer, this is purely my opinion, and take everything I say with a grain of salt, and you obviously are free to make your own opinions. I actually brought in all of the Book of the Months that I still have in my bookshelf at the moment. I'm a little afraid that I'm going to drop this. So this is every Book of the Month that I've gotten, minus two. I've gotten rid of two of them this year, which is crazy. So I got 10 in total this whole year. I think I skipped 2 months in total. So, okay, we'll go through what I got because I didn't expect to do this, but I feel like that's a good idea. This is my year of Book of the Month. So I was not a part of the membership in January. My first book was in February, and it was First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. And then I skipped March. April, I came back strong with Passion Project by Lennon Sperry. And then I skipped March. In June, I got this book. I have a lot to say on that. We're gonna go to it later. In July, I got these two books. This is my August pick along with Seduction Theory. September. Oh my god, I forgot to grab one of my books. I have 11 in total. I don't feel like going to grab it right now, so here's it just on the screen. That one is also still in my library. What is going on out there? November, December. This is the book that I won't be talking about in this video just because I haven't even started it yet. So when I'm like ranking my favorites and everything, this book, it will not be included because I do not know just yet. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. I have 11 in total. Well, 10 in total I'll be talking about today. And really I'm just gonna like run you through which ones are my favorites, which ones are my least favorites, why, and what was going on there. I will start off by saying the majority of the books I've gotten for Book of the Month I did really enjoy. I am a strictly romance reader, sometimes comedy, but also sometimes literary fiction. So I saw a few variations of my genre, like with Immortal Consequences and with These Summer Storms, which is just straight literary fiction with a romance underline. And I will say every time that I branched out, I actually had a very good time branching out. I really didn't branch out crazy, as you can tell from like the books that pretty much all look very, very similar, which we all know most books looks very similar right now in this genre. And overall, I think I had a genuinely good experience with Book of the Month. I will say, I don't know if it's like the excitement wearing off or just what it was, but I do think that my beginning of the year picks, I liked a lot more than my end of the year picks, because I remember reading First Time Caller and I like ate this book up, and I just like have not, aside from Passion Project, eaten another one of these books up. And I feel like Book of the Month is known for having very bingeable books. I think the only one that would get super close is These Summer Storms, which I really liked, and I read this on a vacation, so like I had the time to read as much as I wanted of it, and I just like was sitting in my beach chair reading this one. I think also I really enjoyed How Freaking Romantic, but it was nowhere near the same level as First Time Caller, if that makes sense. But every book that I still have in my library has not made it to, including The Second Chance Cinema, has not made it to my list of why was this a pick. There was only 2 books on my list that were a bit problematic that I actually got and then gave away because I just like didn't want them anymore. And that would be Next to Heaven and The Seduction Theory. I don't know what happened for the months that Book of the Month chose these. I don't know if maybe someone was sick on vacation and they like decided to do something different. I think that both of these books, for different reasons, I didn't like. So let's start with Next to Heaven. This book, the author allegedly uses AI, and I just like, I was lost for words when I actually noticed that this was that book, because I was like, oh my God. I did not know about the author using AI before I bought the book, but I still read it. I read it in one day, and yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, book never gets really deep. There are plenty of plot holes that you like don't really understand, and there are sentences that's like a little too robotic, which I don't enjoy. I would rather an author actually write the book. But nonetheless, I was like, this is a weird choice. I don't know, I feel like the romance books that they typically choose are a bit whimsical, and that one just like wasn't at all whatsoever. And then the other one, The Seduction Theory, I think this might have been a literary fiction pick. I'm not 100% sure. But this book was just weird. Let's start with the book was only 250 pages, which like no hate. I'm not a hater of short books, but I'm a hater of short books that don't make any sense, right? So this book was about two professors that like openly cheated on each other for fun. And like, you're just reading it and you're like, these are both terrible people. Why would I be rooting for either of them? And I honestly almost DNF'd the book, but then I was like, okay, two things. One, I already bought it, but two, I've gotten this far. So like why would I do that? And I finished it and there was like no resolution. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, I didn't enjoy that aspect of it, and I'm genuinely wondering like who picked that book. But then again, that could just be me not really understanding like an academic romance, because one of my like lower end ratings of the year was An Academic Affair. I just like didn't love this book. I feel like I never was really excited about it. When I would read it, I was like, oh, what's gonna happen next? But it wasn't like a, oh my God, what's gonna happen next type of feeling. So yeah, I like wasn't a vibe with that one. All the other books I actually really enjoyed. So really what it gets down to is the main question of, is Book of the Month worth it? Well, I will say there's a couple of caveats here. So to begin, every Book of the Month is a hardcover. So if you don't like hardcover, this is already not for you. I don't mind hardcover. I do think that it gets really hard to read in bed when you're having a hardcover, because you can't just like do like a laying down like one of these types of things. It's just not comfortable, you know? I like hardcovers. I like the way these books are made on the shelf. And I also will say that my How Freaking Romantic, actually when I got to the middle of it, was completely ripped, and they sent me a new copy. So I do like the fact that their customer service is very accommodating. And also when I had rated Next to Heaven poorly on their app, they emailed me offering to replace that book. So like, they're very much a customer focused business, which I can appreciate. I do think that, you know, there's a couple of things to mention when it comes to it. Obviously, number one is this is a subscription, so you will have a renewal amount every month. My renewal amount is $18.50, which like, you know what? For a brand new hardcover, pretty good. I'll say for the price, I live in New York City, so a new hardcover book can be anywhere from like $20 to like $35. So I do think that $18.50 is a very good deal, which I will say if you do like hardcover, that is 100% worth it for you in that way. I also really enjoy how Book of the Month allows you, if there's not a pick that you want to read, you can just skip that month and they do not charge you for the month. That I really like as well. That being said, if you are not a person who is on top of subscriptions, might not be for you, because you do have to tell them that you're not getting a book that month. I've always been like, oh, okay, I scroll through, I see, I don't really like any of the books. Okay, fine, skip this month. You know what I'm saying? So if you're like on top of that and you know exactly what you want to read, like, and your genre that you like and everything about that, it's 100% for you. Once again, I will leave my referral code down below if you guys would like to just use a normal person's referral code. I don't get paid for these videos or anything. Like I said, I just like wanted to know if Book of the Month was worth it, so I like took it upon myself to figure it out. I will say Book of the Month has really helped me streamline my TBR in a way, because I typically would read like 1 to 2 books a month, and getting my book from Book of the Month always made it so I knew exactly what one book would be. So it like took a lot of the guesswork out of it, and it also made it so that like when I was done with one book, I could just grab another and it was not a big deal and it was super easy. Honestly, overall, I do think I'm gonna stay committed to Book of the Month for now, unless I get like another Seduction Theory coming in, which I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this month I got Good Spirits by BK Borison, and I know it's not gonna be like Seduction Theory, so I'm very happy about that because that was rough for me. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Do you guys subscribe to Book of the Month? Do you want to? Take a look down below if you want my referral code, and also comment if you are subscribed as well. And also let me know if you got your reading goal. Let me know if Book of the Month helped with your reading goal. Thank you so much for watching day 16 of Bookmas, and I'll see you back here for day 17 tomorrow. If you guys want to follow me, I'm at Corey's Nail Diary on both TikTok and Instagram, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!